Welcome to part 8 of The House of Hell, our final episode in this Fighting Fantasy live read by me, iClorox. In this episode, well, we cheat all the cheats and we end it the way we want to end it. But there's lots of spoilers here, so be warned if you want to find out how this book actually ends, just sit back and enjoy. Someone in the group cries out, "You've been spotted." All eyes turn towards you and the unholy gathering advances to surround you. You are trapped. Will you attempt to fight your way out? Or do you have something else you can use? If so, use it. Oh, it's one of those. Which is like, if you have this thing, turn to this page or the subtract or add this much to the entry. We don't even know what that is. We can't even cheat our way out of that one. I'm gonna try to fight our way out. We're gonna die. Sorry? Black liquid was the genie. You put up a good fight, but the sheer numbers of the devil worshippers overwhelm you. You are captured and will remain so until you feel the priest's knife on the sacrificial altar, where you will be the next victim. All right, so let's go back to. Let's watch the proceedings. 3:14. The pitch increases as the onlookers join hands and circle the altar. The priest raises his knife into the air and lets out a frenzied scream and brings it down. You force yourself to look away, and suddenly you notice another passage leading off from the room. You look back at the gathering. They're all busy with the sacrifice, smearing the unfortunate victim's blood all over themselves. Oh, man. Nasty. You seize your opportunity and run for the passage. Test your luck. All right, let's test our luck. It's totally messed up. This book is so dark. So dark. Oh, man. We gotta go read like a regular happy choose your own adventure. All right, December Magpie got the luck roll there. Awesome. Okay, so we are lucky. 129. All right, you tiptoe. Hold on, I gotta subtract one luck, I guess, because we were lucky on that turn. You tiptoe quietly along the walls towards the other passage. Keeping your eyes on the ceremony to make sure you're not noticed, you edge along until you reach the passage and nip smartly along it. You have escaped. At the end of the passage is a door which is unlocked. You open it. 232. The door opens into a small room which is pitch black. There seems to be no exit from the room, but you feel around the walls. Eventually your hand touches a small button in one corner and you press it. A panel in front of you slides aside and lets you out into a passageway. There are two doors opposite each other, one on the left and one on the right. There is no other way through. Door on the left, door on the right. All right. Right makes right. 144. "Who's that?" asks a voice from behind the door. The door is unlocked, so you could walk in. Perhaps you don't want to be discovered just yet. Will you open the door and take the chance with whoever is in the room, or will you mumble something like, "Sorry, wrong door," and try elsewhere? All right. Do we open the door and take the chance, or do we mumble, "Sorry, wrong door," and try somewhere else? All right, we got 2 for getting in there. Let's go. 71. You open the door and cast your eyes over the room inside. The floor is dusty and the rocky walls are bare. A rough wooden table and chair are placed against one wall. Sitting at the table is a worried-looking man wearing a white robe. A goat's head mask lies on the table. I don't know if that looks like a mask. It actually like just a straight-up goat's head. "Hello," he says nervously. "All hail the master. I am ready to repent. How is the ceremony progressing? Is it my turn yet?" Then he leans forward and whispers to you, "I am not a poor man. Help me escape from this house and you'll be generously rewarded." What do you make of this? Will you tell him the truth about yourself? Or will you remain emotionless and let him continue? Let's squeeze all the info out of him, I think, right? Let's let him continue. 334. This is a crazy, crazy book. It's way different than any of the other ones we've read so far. They were really trying to stretch the boundaries. Your cold stare frightens the man. "I see you really are one of the master's loyal friends," he whimpers. I imagine I merely suggested that I make sure I was talking to an honorable person. I expect my time has come, has it?" He looks at you pitifully and drops to his knees. Again, you merely glare at him silently. Suddenly, he reacts. Before you can stop him, he pulls out a short dagger from his robe and, with both hands, has plunged it into your stomach. You watched horrified as the man slumps to the floor into his stomach. Slumps to the floor, face downward. Any knowledge that you could have gained from him has now been lost. You curse silently and leave the room. the guy, the guy killed himself before we could get information out of him. Seriously? Wow. All right. Well, that's legit, I guess. All right, we can't reveal all the secrets of this book. All right, so we're going to 278 since the guy just like offed himself in front of us. Where will you now try? The door opposite, or look for another way out? Let's try the door opposite. 342. All right, you guys, everybody's got to stick around to look at the actual map of this. Not my poorly drawn map, but somebody else's like mapped this out in detail. It's a crazy book. The door is not locked, but the shufflings and yelpings you can hear inside suggest that you ought to proceed with caution. Will you decide against entering and examining the passageway you are in, or fling the door open and wide and stride boldly in? Be bold. Yeah. Like barbecue sauce. 14. Boldly bust down where no devil worshipper has gone before. Oh, more Great Danes. The smell from within this room catches you off balance and stops you dead in your tracks. The room itself is unexciting with bare, rocky walls and floor, but strewn around the floor are the headless bodies of 5 goats. Well, we know where they're getting their masks from. Standing over the goats, feeding ravenously on them, are 3 huge Great Danes. As you enter the room, they turn towards you, angry at having their meal interrupted. Their mouths curl back and they snarl. The nearest dog leaps towards you and you must fight. If you defeat the dog, 94. Alright, it's time for rolling. We got 3 stamina left. There we go. We're down to 8 luck and we're at 240. You manage to scramble to the door and slam it shut before the dogs can spring at you. Now, out in the passageway, you must look for another way to leave this area. 60. There seems to be no other way out of the passage. Even the panel through which you entered is now closed up. A bell push is set in the wall, hoping that it will reveal some way out. You push it. 7. Bell push. The bell push does not open a hidden panel, nor reveal any other means of escape. As you touch it, a loud bell starts ringing throughout the house. You bury your head in your hands. In a few moments, you will be captured by the evil Earl of Droomer, his devil worshippers and servants. This time you will not escape. Oh, man. All right. My friends. Sorry?
Just look to the last page.
We want to go to the end? That's the 5th death. We've been doing this for 3.5 hours. I don't know where we'd go from there. We got the Chris dagger. We didn't find the red dining room. Everybody died. It's horrible, horrible time. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to get this set up. And I'm gonna draw for the contest real quick. If people got tickets, we died 5 times, which is fantastic. But what I want to do now is actually pull up the map and see. So this is going to be the super spoilery part, since us going through this is going to take forever. Plus, if people actually want to read this or experience this on any one of the long, like the electronic versions, I don't want to spoil necessarily how to get all the bits. We did a pretty good job. We died 5 times, a couple times from, once from fear, a couple times from stam loss, I think, and getting mauled by crazy people. House of Hell map. Go. Okay. These are all my tabs. 1 second here. There we go. Make that slightly bigger. Holy smokes. Okay, so man, I did not map it at all like this. So, small room, figure 6, locked doors, dungeons, pantries, kitchen, dining room, trap door. Okay, so that was in the drawing room. This is where you guys see my cursor on this? Let me see if I can Entire window, yeah, mouse cursor. Okay, cool. If you guys can see my cursor on this, it'd be good. So trap door. We were in the small room. This was the dungeon with the cellars, and there was the steps. Okay, so the torture room, which we encountered, we had more steps, small room, crysknife, and there's the Nanka there. Okay, so there was 2 different rooms underneath the steps. Secret door, dressing room, ceremonial cave, small room, kennel, and small room there in the cellar. Okay, so there was a secret door, which we did find. Now, steps up. This is a really awesome map. Holy crap. Ground floor. Where? I'm trying to find unmarked, abandoned, the Abaddon, Belial, cupboard, storeroom, Mammon. Wow, really good map. There's the mirror. Pantry, kitchen, dining room. Big dining room here. Okay. I have no way how we would have got there, but I wish I could be credited with that map. That is a great job. Whoever drew this off the fightingfantasy.com website, kudos to you. Well done. Still don't know how to get to the dining room, but we explored a lot of the House of Hell today. Holy smokes. And quite frankly, that is an effort worth the applause in that one. Yeah, it was a... Ooh, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, tell you what, I'm going to leave this there. That was a great job. We did not survive the House of Hell, unfortunately. Fantastic book, though. I'd recommend if anybody wants to, if you find a copy of this, there's definitely, there's like Steam versions, there's iPad, I don't know if there's Android versions or not of this. Pretty fun. Try a different path, right? There was lots of ways that we could have gone that we didn't and explore. We certainly did not manage to finish it today, unfortunately. But also, I do not want to spoil the ending for anybody that's going to do this, so I may read it aloud as a... I'll tell you what, anybody that doesn't want to hear the end, mute for the next minute or so, and then I'm going to go into full-on spoiler mode, and I'm going to read the last entry, just for the completionists in this, because some of us may not be able to come back to this, so I don't want to leave you hanging. So, all right, here we go. Spoilers alert. All right, I'm going to spoil the ending in a moment. If you don't want to know, just mute and don't look at the screen. As they say in Fighting Fantasy books, turn to 400, because 400 is always the end. The creature howls as you strike the final blow. It totters on its hooves and crashes down onto the table. Total spoilers. As it falls, its flailing arms smash into the chandelier in the center of the room, scattering candles on the floor. From behind you, another cry goes up, and another attacker, whom you have forgotten about completely, springs over to the table to hug the beast pitifully. You ought to kill both of them, but the pathetic, sobbing creature hunched over the large bulk is hardly worth considering. In any case, something else, much more dangerous, has caught your attention. One of the candles which was knocked from the chandelier has rolled across the floor and set light to the heavy curtains. The fire is spreading rapidly. You must escape quickly. Smoke is beginning to creep out from the room as you close the front door behind you. Walking down the drive, you glance back to see the fire making rapid progress through the ground floor. Flames are licking along the wooden beams. In an hour or so, the place will be beyond rescue. From a safe distance, you watch the fire destroy the house. A fitting end, you think, for a house of hell. And there's the illustration. Fantastic. This is an amazing book. As dark as it can get, some of the mechanics in here are brilliant. Well, this concludes The House of Hell. I really appreciate everybody stopping by and giving a listen and a watch to my YouTube video series for Fighting Fantasy. If you liked and enjoyed this, please consider a subscription, as we do this every other week. We'll be bringing you the next Fighting Fantasy adventure in short order. So if you want to catch it live, you can also tune in to twitch.tv/iClorox. And hopefully I will see you there. Thanks again for